Hello guys, and welcome to Frenat Farms. Today we visited Frenat Farms and he's going to have a very nice discussion about catfish farming. But in today's video, we are going to talk about cannibalism specifically. So let's meet Mr. Akume, who will be taking us through this particular video. Let's go. So we have Mr. Akume here who will be helping us to learn more about cannibalism in catfish farming and how to prevent it. So Mr. Akume.
Hello.
This is Frenat Farms. We are here to learn about cannibalism in catfish farming. First of all, we would like to know what cannibalism is.
Thank you, my dear, once again for visiting my farm. Viewers, this is Frenat Farms. We are located at Praso in the central region. I am the CEO of the farm.
Okay.
Cannibalism is one of our enemies, so far as this business is concerned. The catfish is a carnivorous type of fish. That means it itself a canker that is an inherent characteristic.
Okay.
There's a little the farmer can do to prevent it. We're trying our best to prevent it. Honestly, you can lose about 10–20% to cannibalism if you don't put the necessary measures in place to prevent it.
That's serious.
Yes. From fingerlings level to maturity level, every level they consume themselves.
Okay.
Even the fingerling, those ones you see them attacking themselves. Before you realize they are down with one.
Okay.
And in a day they can finish like 10. Depending on the quantity of fish you put in the pond.
Okay.
So from, let's say the fish are going to spend like 6 months in your farm, and from fingerlings stage they started eating themselves. And so you can imagine the loss.
By the time they get to the 6 months,
then they've done with about 20%
yeah,
of the population in the pond.
Okay.
So cannibalism is one of the enemies so far this business is concerned. Okay. But there are some measures you can put in place to prevent them. So let's walk to the next pond and we will talk about it extensively.
Okay.
Yes, but cannibalism is a serious threat to our business. Yes. So
we'd like to know about the causes.
Yes, it's an inherent.
Okay.
It's an inherent behavior so far as these fish are concerned.
Okay.
Yes, it's an inherent behavior, and also the type of fish is also a contributing factor.
Okay.
We have clarias, we have heterobranchus.
But they are all type of
catfish. Yes.
Okay.
And then you have the hybrid. You see, the hybrid is a cross between the clarias and then the heterobranchus. Okay. So for the hybrid, they are a bit docile. They're not aggressive. So when you have that type, their level of cannibalism is a bit low. But for the heterobranchus, they are more like the local type.
Oh, okay.
They are very aggressive, they are very strong, and they feed on themselves extensively. Yes, so one is an inherent behavior, is in their gene. Okay. But some have it more than the others. So depending on the stock that you have, you may have it at a higher level or in a moderate level. For the clarias, it's a bit lower, and then the hybrid, the combination of the two is also lower. But for the heterobranchus, you are likely to experience a high level of cannibalism in your pond. And some of the contributing factors, one is overstocking.
Overstocking.
Yes. For example, this pond can take a maximum of 2,000. Okay. And you put about 3,000 in here. They have a little swimming space. So definitely out of frustration, they get frustrated.
Okay.
And so through that, they can start eating themselves. Then one thing is underfeeding. For example, 1,000 fish from 3 months on should take around 6 kilos a day.
Okay.
The farmer may decide to give it maybe 2 kilos a day.
Looking at the cost of the feed.
The feed, yeah, very expensive.
So
Look at the cost of the feed, the fish feed. It's very expensive. So most farmers normally underfeed the fish. So instead of say feeding 6 kilos a day, they choose to feed 3 kilos a day. And once they are hungry, they can't die while they have their friends there. So definitely they attack one, injure it, then all of them would attack it and then kill it and consume it.
Okay.
Once they are done with that, they are still hungry, they go to the next one. So in a day they can kill like 10.
Okay.
And you don't even see it, they kill it and consume it. You notice it viciously in the tank. When you use the tank, yes, when you drain the water, you will see a lot of the skulls in the tank. I tell you that they've consumed themselves. But some of us who are into the earthen pond, you will not see it. You hardly see it, unless maybe you are deserting the pond. Here, you see that you may see some skulls. So when you underfeed, when you overstock, when you underfeed, they consume themselves. And as I said earlier on, depending on the type too, the type of fingerlings you stock, and they also contribute to the, how do you call it?
The cannibalism.
The cannibalism.
Okay.
And then also time of feeding, you have to regulate their feeding.
Okay.
You see, this one they are also sensitive, right? And they are a bit rational. So if you feed early morning 6 o'clock, it's 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
If 4 o'clock in the evening, 4 o'clock. Once you delay feeding, then once past 7, they know not the farmer will not come. They
get too hungry.
Yes, so they go hungry and they start eating themselves. Or it's 4 o'clock, 5, you are not here, 6, you are not here. They will start feeding themselves. So when you regulate them, they know, oh, by 6 o'clock, food will come. By this time, 4 o'clock, food will come. Is you regulate them. Once you flout it, and they think that no, today food is not coming, they
have to look for food.
Yes, they have to
food
look
for themselves.
Exactly. Once they have their colleagues, they will not. All of them will not die together, and they will use some for the rest to survive. So basically, these are the factors that contribute to cannibalism, so far as catfish farming is concerned. Okay. Yes. If I was talking.
What about the sizes? If after stocking.
Yes, and then another factor is if you don't sort, there's an operation we call sorting. This fish, some we call them jumpers. For them, within a short time, they grow very fast. Okay. So while they are bigger than others, they tend to bully them and consume them. So normally 2 months after stocking, you do what you call sorting. Okay. So you pick those big ones from the stock, you separate them. Okay. So that because they have the same size, the attack will be minimal.
Okay. So when you have a big pond like this that can contain the 2,000 catfish, it means you have to still get another small pond somewhere.
Exactly.
For the purposes of
so the small pond there is my sorting pond.
That's the small one. Sorting pond.
That's why I sort.
So you have some fish inside.
Sure.
Are they the ones that are big that could?
Yeah, the bigger ones. That I know can consume the smaller ones. I pick them and put them there. So they come almost similar size in here to prevent the cannibalism among them. So sorting is very important. And so those who use only a tank to rear a catfish, it's never advisable. You should have another tank where you can sort and keep to prevent excessive cannibalism. No matter what, they still attack themselves, but once the bigger ones are at one place, the attack is minimal. But they grow very fast. Within the same period, before you realize they are already in for the market. But they are few. And those few ones can consume a lot. Yes, when you put food in the pond, they will not eat it. You will not see them. They always beneath, consuming the rest. Yes. So during harvest time, when you see them, you marvel. I think they are from a different place. They are part of the stock.
But they will be looking bigger.
Yes, and the hatcheries are also not helping us sometimes. They are supposed to do the sorting. Okay. See, when you hatch, you see them, you identify them. So you pick them from the stock, but some of them count them in addition to what they give us. Okay. And before you realize they are bigger than the rest, you start bullying them, eating them up. Okay. So the hatcheries are also a contributing factor to most of our problem of cannibalism. Yeah, so we advise them that at least they should sort. You know,
but you expect farmers shouldn't have that problem. Maybe first-time farmers will face that challenge. Yes, in terms of not being able to pick the big ones out.
Yeah. Some don't know that when you put the fish in the pond, you have to do sorting. Some don't know. But those who are in the business for some time, you know that after 2 months of stocking, there's a need to do sorting to prevent cannibalism. You can't prevent totally, but you reduce the level of cannibalism among the stock. It's very important. Yes.
So in this case, this pond contains 2,000 catfish.
Yes.
In case you want to do the sorting, how will you go about it?
Thank you very much. Before we were coming, you saw my net over there. I have a drag net. Yes. So my workers drag from end to end. And then bring a lot of them out. Then we do the sorting. We pick the big ones from them.
By hand?
Yes.
Okay.
It's by hand.
Okay.
For the tank, they drain the water, then they pick the bigger ones. But those who are using the earthen pond, we use the same net. That big one, we drag it. Some call it drag net.
But you don't drain the water?
No. Because this water is huge. You want to drain, it's very difficult to get.
Refilling will be
refilling. So what we do is we drag, then we pick those big ones from it, and we drop the rest back. That's how we do the sorting in an earthen pond. So if you are a farmer and you don't have such a gadget, let's say the net, then you are using earthen pond, then you have a problem. There's a need to get the net to do the sorting. It's very important.
This particular one, as compared to the tank one, what is the difference?
Also, the difference here is that for this one, they are in their natural environment. Okay. So this fish, we call them mud fish. They believe in the mud. Okay. So once they are here, it's like they are in their natural environment. But for the tank, that's not their natural environment. And they produce a lot of ammonia. Okay. You know, they also have their droppings. After eating, they drop. There's a leftover feed in the pond. So it builds ammonia in the pond within a short time. So you see, water smells. Let's say within a week, you see water smelling. And when it's like that, they don't eat. So we have to drain and refill. So for the tank, we have to drain and refill, which another exercise quite tedious.
But this one,
so far the tank is concerned. For this one, now God give me the water is already in the earth. So it just come up and they swim in it. They feel comfortable and they grow per the feed rate. Yeah. So comparatively, if you put the same fish in a tank, this one will grow faster than the one in the tank. Because the tank one, you keep changing its environment, you keep changing temperature. So temperature fluctuations also cause them not to eat well, not to after draining the water and refilling, they have to readjust you know, their system to the new environment always. But this one, there's no adjustment. They are always here, feeling same environment, water conditions same, temperature same, and they are okay with it. Unless you overstock excessively, then at a point maybe the water will go bad. But once the size of the pond is okay and the stock is okay, you don't change this water until you decide to do total harvesting. Where you use pumping machine to pump all the water out, catch all the fish, probably rehabilitate the pond, and then you lime and restock. Yes. So that's
this saves water.
This is safe for them.
This saves water.
Yeah, it saves water. It saves cost. Yes. Well, if you have to buy water to fill your tank almost every week, depending on the size of your pond, you can imagine the cost of production. Yes. So this one saves cost as compared to the one we do in the tank.
The tanks.
The tank, only you control whatever is in there. You can follow your production. You can even follow size. This one, until you sort, even if you catch some to see the size, you wouldn't know how even the weight. But for the pond, anytime you drain, you can catch some weight and see their growth level for feed is concerned.
Okay. Okay.
So they all have their own advantages and disadvantages. When it comes to harvesting, it's easier to regulate those in the tank.
Okay.
You can follow their growth. When there's even disease outbreak, you can easily trace it earlier or easier as compared to the earthen pond. Okay. So both have their own advantages and disadvantages. As far as cost of production is concerned, the tank is more expensive. Okay. Yes, because of water, you have to fill the tank almost every week or every 3 days, depending on the size of the pond and then the quantity of fish in the pond. Okay. Yes.
My viewers, this brings us to the end of the video. Have you learned anything? If you have and you want to learn more, then please subscribe to Frenat Farms for more catfish and educative videos like this.